kind of just going up to my room, eating, maybe do some school because I got schoolwork I need to do. I played Minecraft for like 5 hours today. It's been a hot second since I've had one of those days. And it was so nice. And the Minecraft house I've been building, or mansion thingy, so cool. I just don't know how I'm going to be able to show you guys because it's a little hard to, it's just a little hard to hold my phone and hold the controller at the same time. And I don't know how to do it otherwise. Hi! I was talking about my Minecraft world. Thanks for joining, everyone. I'm making me some dinner. I've been Minecrafting for 5 hours, so I need to eat something. Thank you. I got it from Walmart. Walmart actually has underrated clothes. This little dress, $10. What are you making? Pizza rolls. Well, leftover pizza rolls that I bought a week ago. Oh, also, Aspen will relate because she's a woman. The dress has pockets. It's so annoying when we don't get pockets or pockets to hold stuff. We get pockets that can hold a safety pin, but that's it. You work at Walmart? Oh wow. You poor thing. I know, working at a store is a little bit of a challenge at times. And depending on which state you're in, it can be severely underpaid. Yeah, I went to Walmart with my boyfriend, and then we were just getting some snacks for us. And then we ended up spending over $100 on food and clothes. So that was a lot. I'm also like fidgeting with the clip because I'm waiting for the pizza rolls to be done. I don't remember what time I started it, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. Greetings from Portugal. Welcome. Well, have you been doing a Minecraft? I've been building a mansion. Pizza rolls are good. What's your guys' favorite flavor? I prefer the 3 cheese. Thank you, Poopa. Yeah, I'm just watching it right here. Pepperoni, probably. Wait, there's flavors? Yeah, there's cheese, 3 cheese, pepperoni supreme, combinations, another one. Yeah, I haven't been streaming for 10 minutes and we already got some weirdos. That's why I love my team of mods. You guys do amazing. Okay. Do you guys like bagel bites or pizza rolls? If you don't know what bagel bites are, it's basically mini bagels that are pizza. I prefer those over pizza rolls, but pizza rolls are cheaper. Yeah, I've noticed that when I was shopping, the different special flavors. They have Wolverine and Deadpool pizza for DiGiorno's. I was interested in trying it, but I'm particularly picky about my pizza. I just like straight up pizza. Me too. Straight up pizza is the best. But I can't buy it because I would eat the entire thing in one sitting. So I buy it at most once a week. I will say, if you are craving pizza but you don't want all of the extra stuff that goes in the pizza, I would say get some bread, put it in the toaster, and then once it's done cooking, you get pizza sauce or just tomato sauce, cheese, and whatever toppings you want. Put it on the bread, put that in the microwave so the cheese will melt, and there you go. It's a lot healthier. Red Baron pizza is like my favorite. Red Baron's pretty good. I've gotten that every week for a couple months, so I've got a little burnt out, so I'm taking a break from that. But Red Baron pizza is pretty good. Jack's is my favorite. I haven't had Jack's. I personally like DiGiorno's Rising Crust because it has an interesting taste. But if I had to pick what type of pizza I would eat all the time, it would be Papa John's. Papa John's is pretty solid. Pax, are you around here? Pax is inside the house somewhere. Does it look done? Yeah. Okay. Dinner's ready. You like Domino's? Domino's pretty good. I should edit the title of the stream and say, we're talking about pizza. What is cheesy bread? Yeah, cheesy bread is so good. I should put the clip in here. And I'm ready to go. You're making me hungry even though I just ate dinner. Oh yeah, it'll get a lot worse if you work in a store. You'll eat even just before you start working, and then after an hour you'll be like, oh, I'm hungry again. Ooh, I want this, I want that. I certainly get hangriness. Hi, Pax. Come here, bud. Okay, I gotta go say hi to you. Come here, Pax. Hi. Lexi's outside with my mom, so we just get to have the big guy. I won't play because I gotta eat. Bye, Pax. He's cute. Oh. I love you, buddy. He's like, where my pizza rolls? Yeah. I gotta be careful with feeding them human foods. I mean, it's not so much as them, but the last dog I had before them, if he ate human food of any kind, he would get really sick. So now it's ingrained in my head, don't feed them human food. Does anybody else just take the foil and put it on their plate? I do it like this so then I could just move the pizza rolls without getting burned. And then I'm gonna likely make my own healthier Oreo McFlurry. I got vanilla ice cream and gluten-free Oreos. So it would be a little healthier. My cat's very picky. Cats are known to be a little picky. I do remember you, Pawns Dragons. And yeah, I don't really respond a whole lot to compliments. Because if we get a lot of spammers with it, they turn into flirty comments, and that makes me uncomfortable. Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen. Thank you for subbing. So today was kind of an interesting day because I'm going to have to share some backstory with this. But I don't have my license. I haven't driven in 2 years because when I was going to get my license, I was going to go to college. But there was no car and not enough time to master maneuverability before I left. And I went to Oklahoma. So it's not like I still could have been trained. Anyways, so I only got an ID, and I had an ID for the past 2 years. So today I took my temps test, and then I went driving for the first time in 2 years, and I actually did a lot better than I thought. What are you eating? Pizza rolls. We were having a lovely discussion on pizza. Sorry about that. I didn't want to speak with a mouthful of pizza roll. What's your favorite Disney princess movie? I would say Tangled. Tangled's pretty good. What's your favorite Bible verse? I'm a theology kind of girl, so I would say Hebrews 10:26. And like the couple verses after that is really good too. Hi, Lucas. That's good, Lucas. If someone had an addiction, how do you propose to help them? I would say get Norton Family, their website blocker, I forget what it's called specifically, and just block all the porn websites. Nip it at the bud. That way you can't even access it. Yeah. My favorite Disney princess movie is Tangled. I would also say try to get into a marriage with someone that you trust and love and see yourself spending the rest of your life with. That way you can appreciate more mature stuff in the context that God has designed it. What you eating? Pizza rolls. Yeah, pizza rolls are yummy. I don't really have any tips on that, Kate. I'm probably like a more awkward type of person. At least that's what I feel like I am compared to everybody else. But I prefer to be awkward and who I am today than to not be who I am. Hi, Sabrina Baldwin. Eda, stop holding it. Sorry, I stepped away. That's okay. Someone said Eda, stop holding it, and I was chewing it when I read that, so. Thank you so much, everyone. No problem, Dan the channel. Also, just a heads up, I think I am subbed to every single one of my mods. I'm subbed to Verse of the Day, Frenzy, the 3 that are on here, Jane, and Dan. I think that's everyone. What, Westchester chat? Sure. Does anybody here know sign language? So if I say something while eating, I can still talk to you guys, but I'm eating. Thank you, Sabrina. I was gonna say thank you, but then I realized, wait, that looks very similar to a different sign, so I'm not gonna sign it. I should fingerspell it. But wait, does anybody know how to fingerspell? Awesome. How can you be a mod? Well, I actually have all the mods that I need. For those who don't know, I said awesome, and then this is good. I have all the mods I need, but for some reason nobody is modding in the chat, like if everybody was gone. She said, I think, how are you? How are you? I mean, it's also, I do ASL, which might be different than other languages, because there's BSL, which is British Sign Language. There's also a different ASL called Australian Sign Language. There's so many. And then there's Pidgin Signed English, which is more grammatically like English language. What are your thoughts on the LGBTQ community? I think that it's a sin, but I don't think that they should be mistreated for their sin. Like, if you're not going to harass and shame a liar, you shouldn't do that to the LGBTQ community. And regardless, we all have our own sin. We all have our own things that are temptations. There was this one Bible verse that was actually really interesting. Hi, Rosefire. Yeah, you are what I was considering adding on, Duckfine, because you come on my streams a lot. But there was this one Bible verse that says, God doesn't tempt people, but man is tempted when he is enticed by his own desires. Which I think is honestly, is kind of interesting, because that genuinely plays a role in the LGBTQ community, because that community is about indulging your either physical or intimate desires. I was trying to think of how to say it in a kid-friendly way. That's been a little bit of an adjustment, because when I first started live streaming, I was talking in more adult language. But then I'm like, wait, there's a bunch of kids. I should probably try to say it in a kid-friendly way. But that was an interesting Bible verse I had found. To be honest, I tried to avoid my thinking they're not going to be gone. I would say we are called to avoid the ones that are rude and condescending. Like, there's this Bible verse that says, "Do not try to correct a scoffer lest he hate you." So when it comes to those in the LGBTQ community that kind of mock sins, or like if you see those street preachers, how they just kind of harass them, stay away from those because the Bible commands us not to. But in general, just when you do interact, treat them with kindness and respect. And my name is Kaylee, by the way, Lucas. Sorry, but why do you eat in front of 10 people? Because I'm hungry. And it's a normal biological thing. I've been wanting to do more stuff for like the how to financially succeed or whatever that series has been called. May I ask your name? My name's Kaylee. My uncle said it's wrong to eat in front of people. Well, if people have a problem with me doing a natural, biological, God-given thing, then that's a them problem. That might be a little mean, but it's a them problem. Hi, sorry, I was eating. Welcome back, Christian Zane. Yeah, it's spelled Kaylie. It has a lie in the name, which I'm like, I know it says lie, but I try not to. Bye, Rosefire. Thanks for hopping in. I will say one thing though. Adulting is very hard. Like really, really hard. I spent 2 hours this morning financially planning for the future. 2 whole hours. And granted, I got a rough idea to the year 2036. But I was going year by year with that point. Like I'd go every 3 months for 4 years. And then after that, I just go by year. Because after 4 years, it's like too many unknowns. What is your favorite church song? I don't know what it's called, but my church sings it all the time. It goes, "Scarlet sins at a crimson cost. You nailed my dead on that old rugged cross." That song. Do you guys know that song? My favorite fruit is apple. Specifically Red Delicious. Thank you, Christian Zane. It helps that I sing, like, all the time. So. It's Abby, that song is actually about homosexual desires. Which is why I don't support it. Green apples are the best. Green apples are sour. I had the scene from My Little Pony pop into my head. I haven't seen it in a while. And so the episode that I recalled with green apples is, I'm not going to share who it is in case you're in the middle of watching it. And it's essentially Romeo and Juliet type episode. And the parents were like, pears are nature's candy. Apples are sour. Like the expression on your face right now. That's the scene that popped up with green apples. And it's funny. My real name is Abby, but with a Y. Hi, Abby. I have a YouTube channel, please. Can you please give me advice? I would say, just keep going regardless of what people say. Especially if you're doing Christian theology. Just keep going and preaching God's word. I remember early on, back when I had, I don't want to say early on, but it was when I had like 500 subs. Thank you, Lucas. And this person was very much against me talking about scripture. And they were quoting Bible verses. And I was like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to learn from this? And it ended up that they were going into demonology stuff. You get bullied a lot. You can also block people on your channel. What church you go to? I go to this church called Neo Church. But I'm not going to say where because that's very location revealing. I just began to read the Bible, but I can't remember it. That's why I take notes. I have like maybe 200 million pages on my Google Docs because I take so many notes. Repeat that, Neo Church. Do you enjoy talking to ghosts? I actually didn't. I actually heard my name in the middle of the night when I was by myself at Subway. And it was terrifying. Do you accept prayer requests? I have a journal right here. Yeah, right here. What do you want me to pray for you? My friend's name is Ghost. Oh, wow. What's your favorite Bible verse? Well, I have a favorite Bible passage. Read Hebrews 10:26 through 29. Oh, what's up, church? There's like, hold up. There's a couple different churches with my church's name. You won't say where it is? Alright, I mean, people know the state I live. And they could probably figure it out if they went detective mode. I was considering doing like a meet and greet. That would be really cool. So I might do that a little later. Like once I'm done with school and my life is a little more situated, that I can devote the time needed for that. To do that, that would be fun. Also, thanks for mod. No problem. Do you have any jokes today, Lucas? I know you love sharing jokes. I'm just gonna call you Sam Samantha just for the sake of notes. And insomnia. Are you a cold person or a hot person? Are you talking about that Bible verse where it's like, God will spit you out if you're lukewarm? I have a dirty joke, but I won't say it. Okay, I appreciate that. You always have jokes and share them. Hi, Jill Beth. I'm thinking I teach you guys some basic signs, so then I can communicate and you guys will know what I'm trying to say. Yes, Pumbaa. All right, Aspen. What's your opinion on theories? I just poked myself with my pen. My thoughts are, it disagrees with the foundations of my belief, so I don't necessarily support it. But if you told me you were one, okay, I respect you. I see what you did there, Lucas. Are you a dog or cat person? I want you to take a look at this and tell me what you think. It's definitely dog. I might ignore it, maybe did zoom in. Well, Abby, I tend to now respond to things that I think could potentially be inappropriate. I don't want to say naive, but I've been kind of an innocent person, if you will, so I don't know a lot about stuff. So if I see something I'm thinking, oh, that's potentially inappropriate, I'm not going to respond to it. That's funny, Pumbaa. What's inappropriate? Well, there's a certain phrase that you said that makes me think of a certain thing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to say that out loud. Pumbaa, that was a really funny joke. Do you guys want to see the art piece I started doing? Okay, so the day that I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, I was like, okay, I can't sleep. I'm just going to draw. And I ended up making my most realistic cat ever. And I was trying to draw myself. And I'm like, I got the shadows nice, the proportions nice. It's just bald right now and no neck, no body. So once I get another 4:30 a.m. inspiration to draw, then I'll continue it. But I found a line in my closet yesterday. I was going, honey, oh, Lucas, you're funny. Are you a morning person? I am. I usually wake up at 6 in the morning to 6:30. Or if I'm really tired, I'll wake up at 7. Your art styles? I have other art styles too. I have so many unfinished drawings. This one, not finished, but a little cartoony. You're a night person? Oh wow. And then here's a bottle I drew because I was bored. And then I like to draw scenes as well. Pumbaa! You're talking about yourself there, Mr. the Pig. I'm kidding. But that's a funny joke, Pumbaa. I used to wake up at 4:30 a.m. It's nice to wake up and it's still nighttime out, then you get to watch the sunrise. Does anybody else struggle with necklace stuff where the clamp thinks it's a charm and goes to the front? You missed my joke, Whip? What's it? Percussion? That's funny, Lucas. That's really funny. I like hot chocolate every day. Hot chocolate is pretty nice, but I can't have it when it's really warm. It might be, and it might sound crazy to you guys, but for us USA people, it got to like 80 degrees today. It was so hot. And I'm a naturally warm person, so I go outside and I'm like, the two jokesters are so funny. Yeah, I was so thankful that my school was out this week, so I could get some much needed relaxation time. It's been so stressful going to work 5 days of the week and then going to school on the 2 days I don't work, like college level stuff. For those who've seen me share my school stuff before, it is a little intense. Lucas has a funny joke. This is what, your 10th stream where you just share jokes after jokes? Hi, Nicola. I will say, especially in the nail tech industry, having jokes is very handy. Yeah, Abby, I got all the mods I need. Like, if you see today, this was a spontaneous live stream, and we got a couple mods here. Hi, Kendra. Gabriel, that seems a little fishy. Have you ever seen a ghost? I have not seen a ghost. I have seen shadow people before. That was quite the thing. Lucas, you're funny. You're so funny, Lucas. That sounded a little just a little sarcastic. I've seen a demon. I sure hope I never see one. No car for an edit. I don't really know cars. You'd be better off going to someone else. Hi, Bread Paws. It's funny because my job is curbside shopping, which Wilbur, you work at Walmart, so you might know a little bit about it. But you have to know cars. I never take orders out, thankfully, because I would do a really bad job. I'm like, what car is what? Our demon code is 666. That's actually the mark of the Christ, and that's how you will know it is. Oh, no, the Christ, the beast, my bad. Little tired. I took a nap today, and I'm still tired. Does anybody get tired for no reason? Nice job, Pumbaa. That's amazing. Team lead at the store I work at is $3 more of a raise. Lucas, that's funny. How much of a raise did you get, Pumbaa? I do sketches in my own art styles. Yeah, that's what you saw in the one. I sketched out the hair. You got about $5. Oh, wow. You want to know what's funny? I applied to Walmart because they were like, we're hiring. And I've worked in grocery stores my entire life. So I was like, I had the credentials needed to go to Walmart. They were like, no, we don't want you. Maybe it was God like, we don't want you working there. You like my shirt? It's actually a dress. Correction, a nightgown. But it looks like a dress. So it is a dress. That's funny, Zane. Oh my. Everybody's telling jokes. Wow. All of your jokes are so funny. I'm horrible at joking. Well, I'm going to be quoting The Chosen here, but say, I have a vegetable joke, but I'm not going to share it because it's kind of corny. Don't die laughing at jokes. Well, that might happen with how funny you guys are. I love seeing everyone get along. It makes me happy. You want to know what's funny? 2 emojis that have nothing to do with laughing have become laughing emojis. Like the crying emoji and the skull emoji. Like, what's the point of the laughing emoji then? I have only 3 to 4 friends. Okay. I have my boyfriend. And I would say there's only one other person I would consider a friend, but we never talk. Like, the last thing I talked to her was just a couple days ago. But before that, we hadn't talked for 3 months. And the thing I had asked her about was if she wanted to be my maid of honor. So, for the wedding that my boyfriend and I will have in the future. everyone was chatting while I was thinking about stuff. I found a book that's off about. Sorry, my brain was loading. Yeah, I am. I wish I was on my other computer. This one would crash the second I open up YouTube. I have 2 different computers. One of them I've had for 5 years. It's missing a key too. This lovely little thing has got kitties on it. And on the top. And then my other one, it's right here. Ugh. I got for Christmas. Trying to. I know it's hard when you have depression. So now I'm gonna switch you guys to this one. So then I could go to my YouTube chat. I have depression since my grandpa died. I would recommend just going to Christ. And it will take time. But that depression will go away. Let's see how many subscribers you have. I will check in a second. Oh, it says 2.06. I gained 15 subs. Oh, it says 2. Hi, Fern. Yeah. Doesn't make sense why our brains have autocorrect. Why do you believe in God? Well, if you're gonna get me on that, it's gonna take like 5 minutes to get through everything because there's so much that points me to believing. You're so hungry. Try not to think about food because I just ate. But the reasons why I believe in God starts out in science. And for science, I'm like, okay, what created the universe? Could the universe have created itself? And that starts with the law of causality, which is every cause is an effect, and a principle or a sub-principle of that is every cause is an effect to a different cause. And that's just something observed in the universe. So then it leads me to what caused everything. Thank you, Lucas. River has snapback. That's funny, Puma. Anyways, to continue. Then it's like, so something needed to cause the universe to exist. Could that happen on its own? Then I was looking into the law of conservation, which says that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. But at the beginning of the universe, energy was created. So we have something that says energy cannot be created, but at the beginning of the universe, something caused energy to be created. So we need something that exists outside of the universe to have created the universe. Is your favorite color pink? I also like purple, blue. Those are all good colors. Anyways, now we've addressed that there was something beyond the universe that have created the universe. Now, what makes me think that it's an intelligent being? The fact that life is fine-tuned. If you look at all the things specifically needed for life to exist, it is tremendous. In fact, I don't know if y'all will be able to see it, but my first couple live streams were proving that life existing cannot occur by randomness. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a god. Well, I'm not saying it was or is not a god. I'm just saying that there was something that caused the universe to exist that exists outside of the universe. And then I'm saying this being is intelligent because of all the fine-tuning for life to exist. Which, if you go to my beginning live streams, I already said this, but I'm going to repeat it. It's just a bunch of experiments proving that life cannot exist by chance. There needed to be some kind of intelligent intentionality to it. So that's what says, okay, there's some kind of intelligent being out there that is more powerful than the universe. That created the universe and created life. Now, what leads me to think that is God? I just look at the historical evidence that supports the Bible here on Earth, and there are countless things. How you build good on Minecraft houses, mine are just squares. Well, I just make a bunch of squares or a bunch of different shapes. Anyways, the evidence for the Bible, you're gonna get me on this. They found Noah's Ark, the Wall of Solomon, the second pool of Siloam that Jesus was in, or had healed someone at. There's also historical evidence that documented the supernatural events of the crucifixion. It was documented by a Roman historian. The work was Phlegon, and it was cited by Julius Africanus, fragment 18.1, and the works of Origen, in which it says that the sky darkened for 3 hours and it was an eclipse. Hold on, let's do the arc. Alright. Super pray, I'm in the hospital right now. Well, what's your name that you want me to write down? So I'm just gonna, this is a better picture. So, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it is a duck. And according to some studies, they actually went inside and found wood. Haley, hooray. Is in hospital. Al found the kettle, now I feel sad. I have a question for you. Why are you letting what somebody thinks affect you that much? Come on now. If you're gonna ignore some stuff that's crystal clear, then that's on you. I can only show you the facts. Do you have a tortilla blanket? I don't. Should I sub? You can if you want. How do you go live? You go live when you reach a certain amount of subs. Oh, because I'm very insecure. I used to be too, but then when I did try to correct Al into, instead of focusing on what other people are doing wrong, focus on how she can improve herself, she got so defensive. And then she considers me toxic, like a toxic Christian, which I don't understand why someone would think that. I'm still a little coffee. 50 subs exactly? Wow. That's just not good evidence. What else could that be in the mountains? The exact dimensions that's mentioned in the Bible, in the mountains, with wood inside that's shaped like an arc. Like, is that what would be considered good evidence if that isn't. You're on vacation right now? Welcome back, Rose Dragon. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Rose Dragon. I'm gonna pray for you. Like, it's one thing to disagree with the faith. It's another thing to say that the fact that there is a large boat in the mountains that's shaped exactly like what's said in scripture, and call that poor evidence. Like, you can call something evidence and still disagree with it. Where was Jesus and his... Oh, welcome back, Viz Shawarma. We don't know because the Bible is not a complete record of everyone's personal life. It just mentions some key things. Thank you for everyone who watched my tired video. It's very similar. I think the Bible is not changed, like it's changed from other stuff because hi Kitapa. Anyways, I think it's more of everybody had similar ideas, but the Bible is accurate because it corresponds with a bunch of historical things. Why does the Bible condone slavery? The Bible does not. There's actually a passage that says that there's an Old Testament law that does not reflect God, but was made because of the hardness of man. What verse condones it? The fact that they made rules and regulations regarding slavery in the Old Testament is what people say is condoning it. But I want to pull out that Bible verse that says, in the beginning it was not this way. Jesus talking about divorce. Matthew 19. I'm gonna go to the ESV. Can you see the video I posted? I will once I'm done nerding out. And I'm wanting to show this. Okay, so this is Matthew 19. You can read this for yourself if you want the specifics. But the part I'm wanting to focus on is verse 8. He said to them, because of your hardness of heart, Moses allowed you to divorce your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so. So what that says was the Old Testament law of divorce was not something that reflects God, but was made because of man and how man was. So that leads me thinking the parts about slavery, especially since we are all one in Jesus Christ, it makes more sense to be something that was reflecting that time, but was not of God. But God was just working with man with that. Was it a law from God? Divorce? Yes. But that says that God made it because man was being man. Not that it was reflecting God. So that's what makes me think that the law of slavery was less about God condoning it, but more about God setting rules and regulations for it. Just so, because of how man was. How could it not be of God if it's from his inspired word? Because the Bible isn't just what God speaks. It's also a historical document, and it documents so many sinful things that man does. For example, this is in, I think, 2 Samuel 13. It was David's children. One brother started lusting after his sister, and his cousin ended up being like, hey, here's how you can get alone with her. And so they did that, and the brother forced himself upon his sister. And then, to continue, the sister ran out, and a different brother ended up being like, did you just get forced upon? Oh, don't take it to heart. I'm like, what kind of person says that? And then that brother ended up killing the brother that forced himself upon another. And David did nothing for that. But does that mean that God supports people forcing themselves on other people? No. It just means that it was documenting stuff that was happening and how sometimes God works through that. Pumbaa, I thought you were flirting for a second with Abby. Autocorrect is interesting. Very interesting. What's your view on LGBTQ? I believe that it's a sin, but I don't think that they should be getting mistreated for it. Like, they should be treated with respect. So, but I don't know a lot of things about the Bible. The Bible is a hard to read book. That's why I prefer, when I'm just reading like this, to use ESV. Because it's a lot easier to understand. And then you can also do Bible plans through a Bible app or something, and that would also help. Hello, my name is Lucas. Is the other Lucas still here? Lucas, the meme guy. Now that I'm finished rambling, I'm gonna find... Oh, where are you? There you are. Go to channel. Dyslexia, so it's pretty hard. That's why I would also recommend having a Bible app, because then you can have someone read it to you. Yeah, we discovered another Lucas. I have not heard about it. You had a weird dream last night? What was it? Trying to come in. Oh, wow. That's an interesting dream. They were Sumerians, God of their stories, purpose. Well, do they have evidence in the real world that corresponds to their theology and mythology? Oh, Carp Mart and Lucas the Meme Snatcher, you guys will have to combat over the title of the Lucas. Oh wow, Jerry, that's crazy. Check them out real quick. I already did a brief study, but there was nothing I could find, like historical or archaeological evidence that supports it. My eyes are actually... You guys have discovered my other account. Oh, you still seem to... Oh, you're bouncing all over the place, Carpmart? Okay, I'm gonna go Bach. You will have to fight with yourself with the title The Lucas. You just downloaded a Bible app? That's good. It's hard to find something that is 5,000 years old. Yet they were able to find the Dead Sea Scrolls. Which is, I mean, it's not 5,000 years old, but... You like my green eyes? They're actually, I don't know what they are. So my mom has hazel eyes. And my dad has blue eyes. I'm gonna find my flashlight. I forget if I moved it over here or not. You know what? It's okay. But if you guys were to look at my eyes, they're a little more blue than green. Or both the Lucas. Okay, fight with yourself, Lucas. Fight with yourself for the title of the Lucas. Lucas kind of symbol. Yes. I'm thinking of the one scene from Endgame where it's like Avengers, but instead it's Lucas Gang assemble, and then everybody screams. Which I'm not gonna scream on here. I'm glad I have such an amazing team of mods. They're so fun. Oh, Abby, you gotta surrender it to the Lucas. You gotta surrender your OC. There can only be one Lucas. Hi! I'm the strongest Lucas? Okay. I mean, you could go to the Bible or the other. Okay, this person said, it is important to note that the Bible and the Mesopotamian myths have significant differences in their themes, characters, and messages. Additionally, the idea of end time being associated with the New Testament and being all living is not a common interpretation. It is important to approach these topics with an open mind and to seek out multiple sources and perspectives. Can I say Jackie just thought of? Sure. Can I be a part of Lucas Gang? Well, that's up to Lucas. Microsoft Edge not responding on my Microsoft computer. That's fantastic. I'm waiting. Here's the ticket who wants to be part of the Lucas Gang. Me! How was your day? It was pretty nice. I would say this would be my second day off, or I just stayed at home for the most part. Hi, Ashley. So, the creation of the world according to the writings of Sumer, which is where the two gods that you were talking about came up. Take your ticket. Here's my ticket. So, Anne shared the universe with two of his sons, Nudimud, the god of the sky, and Enlil, his favorite son, who received the supreme authority after that of his father An. He reigned over his kingdom that the Sumerians compared to a high mountain. On the mountain of the sky and the earth, still one, and created Anunnaki, the assembly of the great gods. Want to be a mod so badly? I might make you a mod, Duckpine. Anyways, there was at the beginning the infinite primordial ocean. From this infinite original sea that the sky and the earth was born. That seems very, very, totally, 100% similar to the original creation mentioned in Genesis. Say, I'm here if you're a Lucas gang. I'm here. Yay, Pumbaa's here too. And Abby. Who else wants to be in the Lucas gang? Yay, Aspen. Lucas Part 2. I'm going to call you Lucas Part 2 every time you comment with Carp Mart. Can you please give me one more shout out? Hi, Zane. Anyways, at the beginning, the ground was dispersed in the universe, and then it was separated under the combination of An and his son Enlil, as was written in an epoch of time by an unknown Sumerian poet. Enlil, the Tea Lord. That's what it says on the site. Can I have mod pass? Perhaps we shall see how things are going. We have the strongest king, the Lord of Lucas. Brought down the sky, Enlil had gathered the ground, and Enlil germinated the ground with the seed of the country. Then they created the other god, with the goddess mother of fresh water, her son Enki. This is nothing like Christian theology. Goddess Ninhor or Nin Our Sag. This is Nin Our Sag. I was trying to figure out how to say it. Look at that. Nin Our Sag. W. Lucas. There's a mod. I've never been mod before. I got all my mod spots filled for now. Like, if I'm on a live stream and it ends up being kind of rough and there's no mods there, then I'll make someone else a mod. But I have I think 6 or 7 mods. You're atheist? Alright. I'm not going to tell you to believe what I believe because I don't think that's right. Yeah, I'm just reading through it. It's not similar at all. From the part that I read, I'm going to continue reading through this. Nebuchadnezzar the First, who reigned in Babylon from 1124 to 1103 BC. I'm just reading through stuff. Primordial slime. Take the heart. Yeah, I don't know what the other person was talking about. So, Kuna, yeah, I'm reading this and I'm not seeing what you were talking about with, like, the similarities. That would be a good point if the flood did happen. Thank you. So things. The deluge lasted for 7 days and nights, wiping away humanity. So this is what the myth says. In the myth, the gods send the flood to solve the problem of overpopulation. One point of difference. In the Christian theology, God sent the flood because the humankind had gotten too sinful. So a couple days ago. Thank you, Eden. Hi, Omar. What do you do in this live? I'm currently looking into the Mesopotamian flood story. Okay. The god Ea, the god of intelligence and helper of man, forewarns Atrahasis of the flood and instructs him to build a boat and save living things. The deluge lasted for 7 days and nights, wiping away humanity. But the flood in the Bible lasted 1 year and 11 days, or 371 days, based upon a 360-day year. Don't know what hour the flood began on day 1, nor what hour Noah left the ark on day 337 or 371. But by definition, day can either mean a full day or daylight portion thereof. So it's different. The Bible tries to moralize the stories that were told before the Bible. Well, I'm just reading what the National Center for Science Education says. The assertion of some historians and archaeologists that the Great Flood devastated a region of Mesopotamia at the dawn of history and that this event was the origin of the biblical flood story has become a curious backwater in the debate over creationism. This topic has not proved a major concern to either the advocates of recent creationism or to their scientific opponents. It has, however, given considerable, if probably unwarranted encouragement to day-age creationist gap theorists and those who hope to have reconciled apparent contradictions between scripture and science. Have you ever tried reading the Quran? I did read it. I noticed contradictions and things I don't agree with. Dad. Come here. I love that you're sure. Oh, thank you. So, the first half, okay. No, this is Wikipedia. I'm going to have to go into their source. See what they say. The thing I've learned is when you go cite Wikipedia, go to the thing that they cited. I've heard the Quran says it's okay. Well, the Quran says it's okay for you to marry your stepson's ex-wife, and that pedophilia is okay. And that the moon was split in half by Muhammad, which if we can see for ourselves, the moon was not split in half. Circa 3,500 BC. That's what this says. I'm going to see what this... It's not giving me a source. Okay. It just cited a name. I wonder if someone would actually care for me. We have a lot of people who care for you. I thought Aisha was 6. And then they consummated the marriage when she was 9. I have a cousin who's a little older than that, and I can't imagine someone doing that to her. That would make me really mad if someone did that to her. Hi, Rainbow Fairy Kid. I hope you feel better, Abby. The present knowledge of ancient Mesopotamian religion rests almost exclusively since the 19th century. No girls in hot areas or just puberty fashion and cold. That does not justify pedophilia. That's honestly disgusting if you're promoting pedophilia. Is a child. So they had the Sumerian text and copies. It comes from the 1800 BCE, according to Britannica. In the second first millennia from BCE. So that's what I'm seeing here. And I will show you for myself what I'm looking at. I'm going to actually highlight it before I show you guys. So this is what I read. Your PTSD, I'm so sorry. But Kuna, I'm just so this is what it says. It says that it's 1800 BCE. So now I'm going to go to when or my brain is lagging right now. Containing the flood. I went into Reddit once, and now I get Reddit and what's the other one? Quora all the time. So it's harder to research when it does that. Okay, so even secular scholars have recognized the parallels between Babylonian, Phoenician, and Hebrews account, although they are not willing to label the connections any more than shared mythology. That's what they're saying. You can vent if you want, Abby. So there have been numerous flood stories identified from ancient sources scattered around the world. Covered on cuneiform tablets. Thank you, Lucas. So this is saying it's very similar to the flood account. The Babylonian account is most intact. Also the first discovered, making the most studied of the early flood account. So I'm so sorry, Abby. I'm gonna pray for you. So I usually don't share this too often. I'm seeing there's only 9 people on the stream on my end. But if you ever need someone to talk to and you don't want to make comments about it, I do include an email that you can reach out to me on, and you can always talk to me. Your in real life name is Sasha. That's a very pretty name. So the actual tablets that Kuna was wanting me to look into was dated to around 650 BC. But obviously are not original, since fragments of the flood story have been found on tablets dating around 2000 BC. I want to go to 8. Source 8. That is referencing Woodcomb, the Genesis flood, 1961. So I am wanting to highlight this so you guys can read for yourself. I'm so happy that I made you happy, Abby. So you guys can see what I'm seeing for myself. So 8 copies of the Genesis story. I have written you down in my little prayer thing. I'm going to pray for you in my own personal time. Because I don't believe... I think sometimes you just need a prayer on live stream, but other times it's better to just do things in private. Came back. Welcome back, Nicola. An email on myself. That's cool. Yeah, we'll be praying for you. If you ever need someone to talk to, you got a bunch of people here willing to listen to you and pray for you and support you. Made the edit for you? What edit? I'm waiting for my computer to load. Oh, the car. This was Abby's, right? Because I didn't make anything. I didn't say anything to be a W. That's more than what I know. I know. Chevrolet and Ford. Yeah, I'm not big on having personal info shared in the chat, except for the ones I know are older, because that's a little different. They're more capable of defending themselves. So I would say if you're above 18 years old, then that is not as much of an issue. But if you're under 18, don't share your personal information with the internet. I'm 20 and Pumbaa is also an adult. If he wishes to share again, he can. But if not, that's okay. Did you know that, like, your spirit actually gets bad the more that you swear? Oh, the brand Puma? Oh, that's funny. Thanks for whoever subbed. No evidence for that? For what? Yeah, I do have an email in my bio. Thanks for whoever just subbed. her last statement was. I don't remember 2 seconds ago. So, what was my last statement? That I have an email in my bio. Check my edit. I went to your channel. And I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing... Your spirit gets worse every time you say a curse word. I'm just noticing a consistent trend. Those who swear more tend to be more unhappy in life and tend to have worse things happen to them. Let's talk about God, please. Alright, we can do that. Does swearing Ew. Thank you. That was gross and inappropriate. Because there was somebody who had a testimony who said that they used to be very bad-mouthed, but then one time she was just really in the spirit and her friend called and her friend said the F word and her entire spirit cringes, and then I don't want to type out the actual thing. On yours. I don't want to swear. But how do I donate? You can't do it through YouTube. I do have Cash App and Zelle in my bio. Because got enough people saying that. Thank you, Jaxie. Is this your email address? I will have to respond to her once I'm done. I want to donate, though I don't use Cash App or Zelle. Alright. You don't have to. I don't need to. So, yeah. That's what I figured. Okay. Association for Psychological Science. The Science of Swearing. Why would a psychological scientist study swearing? Expertise in such an area has different practical significance inside and outside the community of psychological science. Outside, blah, blah, blah. What would you do? I would ask them for evidence. No matter with stuff. Sorry, I was going to need $100. Alright. Anyone want to talk about God with me? I'm down for that. Yes. Wouldn't your world shatter? No, because I would base it on the facts. But seeing as how there's so much evidence for Christianity being true, I would just go with what the evidence says. Swearing is positively correlated with extroversion and defining people type A personality. It's negatively correlated with conscientiousness, agreeableness, sex or intimate anxiety, and religiosity. So, there you have it. Okay, what did you want to talk about, Jackson? Hi, Gorilla Tag. Please don't spam. Yeah, we can talk about Bible stuff. Inappropriate swearing can be observed in frontal lobe damage, tourist disorder, and aphasia. So, there's some negative stuff that comes from swearing. But it's not for all people, it's just some people. I'm in love with a girl I don't even know. Who? Well, if you want miracles being true, go look at, there was somebody who was, there's so many people, stories of people who have essentially, by the medical standards, died with no hope of coming back, and they've come back. I did a little series, but you can look, if you look it up, you'll find so many miracle testimonies. Subscribe. Thank you. I mean, if you disagree, that's one thing, but it's another thing to ignore stuff. Like, the best way to say it is, if you can say, there is evidence for it. Oh, thank you, Pumbaa. That's not what you should say. Or the evidence. You can say, there is evidence for it, but I disagree with it. Like, I think that's the objective way to disagree. I'm dying of starvation. And it was really hard. Good night, Pumbaa. Should I go get food? Yeah. Because there was somebody, I forget the name of it, but they actually made a movie on it, where somebody fell into a frozen lake and was dying, and the doctors had done all that they could, and the doctors were like, there's no heartbeat, there's no nothing, he's not coming back to life. And the mother was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for him to come back. And he did. So. And that's not the only story like that. There's a couple other interesting ones. And, okay, I kind of think it's funny that's like, Jackson said, Lucas, the internet meme snack. So, Jaxie, what do you want to learn and talk about with God? I'm a very theology nerdy type of person. Yeah, there's so many nice people out there. I have a hard one for you, Jack Hafton, ASL. You'll have to sign it in ASL. I keep coming on to your stream. Are you just like scrolling through live streams and then you keep coming back to me? That sounds a little stalkery. I wish I could see your personal life too. That's a little stalkery sounding. Yes, I do. Wow. I guess God's like, hey, engage with her more. Talk with her more. Wait, what? Oh, Preston? Okay, so what I've learned is you can get all sorts of evidence for it, but it still takes a leap of faith to believe in it. But instead of it being a leap in the dark, you are making a leap into education. Now, let me show you. There's a Bible verse that defines faith. How does the Bible define faith? Hebrews 11:1. Read it for yourself. It says, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction or the evidence of things not seen. Some people need to have self-control on the internet. Like, I can understand needing someone to talk to, but it's also the live streaming is not the place to vent about this sort of thing. Yeah, Jack, see, that's why he's a moderator, because he's so nice. But if you read Hebrews 11:1, it does not mean, how can you have evidence for things not seen? How can you have evidence for air? Air is something not seen. But you believe in it, right? You think it's real. How about wind? You can't see it. You can't see the wind moving through the air. You can see the effects of it, but you can't see that. You're eating Cheeto Puffs? That's good. I might end things soon so I can get decent rest. I love you, Nicholas. Thank you. But you want evidence for things not seen? Just think about air. You can feel air against your skin. Some people feel God. I mean, technically that's evidence. Whenever you feel, see, or learn something, that's evidence. Or use logic, that's also evidence. Can you make me mod, please? I got all my mod already that I'll need. I have like a lot of mods. Okay, it's Kayle. You're so close, Abby. I got all the mods I need, and I also want people who are kind and respectful to others. How do you know it, God? How do you know it, air? Other people say it's air? Is that how you know it? Please don't spam. Oh, it's Kayle. That's not a good example? Okay. If you disagree with my example, then that. I felt God physically? Yeah, that's awesome. When you actually feel God physically is cool. Yeah, you spelled it right, Abby. There's proof of the air. Exactly. Now, I will say there still is some faith that goes into believing in God. It's just a difference between blind faith or educated faith. How do you know it was God you felt physically? Well, it matches up everything there is to know about God, according to Scripture. And it's just, on top of that, how it goes with my personal life has dramatically changed. that would not make sense if it was not God. Hi, Lucia. Yeah, this is so amazing when you just feel him. I feel him in the sense of like, out of nowhere, I get this overwhelming sense of peace that makes no sense because I'm a pretty anxious person. But then I'll just get the most random peace and I would feel tingly and happy, then I ended up crying. I mean, we don't know how old the Earth may be. I mean, I have my own perspectives on it. But thank you, Lexi. Which religion is that, Knox? Or which community? You have insomnia? This is about the doom of death. Okay. If that's your perspective, that's your perspective. Yes, we do. It's 4.5 billion years old. Based on things that other things can influence the dating. If you want to go on like carbon dating stuff, how come there's carbon present even in the oldest fossils? And how come there's helium in radioactive rocks that are supposedly billions of years old that normally would have gone out otherwise? There's enough evidence to say that the Earth may be younger than what mainstream science is saying. But there's also enough evidence to say that mainstream science is right. I agree with you, Knox. There's some people out there who act like God and forget that the fruit of the Spirit includes kindness, gentleness, and self-control. Who wants to pray with me? I tend to pray in my personal time. Sometimes I'll pray on stream, but most of the time I pray personally. So. And if you want another proof that the Bible is right, look into the things in the Bible that actually got the year down and even the month that Israel would be declared a nation. Like the Bible predicts that in the Old Testament. It's so cool. But you'll have to convert the years to... I made a video on it. You'll be able to find my video on it and you can see for yourself. You've got a question? Alright. May I please pray alone? You can if you want. But if you want to see the prophecy that says exactly when Israel would become a nation, I did make a longer video on it. So instead of going to shorts, go to my videos and you'll be able to find it. Jesus was Israeli. Jesus was Jewish. But there's a passage in scripture. Oh, I'm gonna just pull it up. Or if you're really interested, you can watch the video for yourself in which I line it out. Hi, your mom edits. Welcome back. That's what makes me... Okay. In the beginning, God created mankind, but Adam and Eve were created first. So it's possible that God created different types of mankind. And more mankind beyond Adam and Eve. Thank you, Jaxie. trying to find my doc in which I have it. But I'm also really tired. New videos, Kaylee. Learning about God with me. That would be smart. I just need to make more videos. It is pretty hard to, though. I'll show you which video to go to if you want to see the prophecy. I made it 1 month ago. It is the video right before Is Christianity a Cul de Sac? 2,500 year prophecy fulfilled. Nurse. Yeah, I'll send it to you in a little bit, Abby. I'm thinking I'm gonna wrap up in a couple minutes, just so I can relax a little and get some sleep. Because I work tomorrow. I don't want to work tomorrow, but I'll work. Can you start naming the vids that? Why not make them? Yeah. Also, I just want to show you guys my epic thumbnails. I'm really good at editing pictures. So we got this one. I think that just looks cool. Then we also have this one. That's so cool. So if you ever need thumbnail editing, let me know. Well, Abby, to answer that question, the people who go to heaven are those who put Jesus and the lifestyle Jesus wants for us over than their own desires and their own paths. So it's the same thing with everybody. Everybody has their own lifestyle that they can choose, or they can choose the lifestyle that God wants for them. Yeah, not mankind. I don't know what's going on with that, Kuna. I would not make Jesus into a dragon puppet because that's kind of making an image of God, which we're not supposed to do because that's in line to the definition of idol in the original language. Talking about it, like, don't make an idol. So I would advise against it. I mean, you can if you want, but that's what I would advise against. Thank you for everyone who subbed. I really do appreciate it. Hi, Lucas. Yeah, that's true. I might get some sleep before I do. Make a skink assemble. We are here. I think a couple people left. I know Pumbaa left. Aspen left, I think. She might still be here. Oh, you're here, Aspen. I thought you might have left. I mean, there wasn't really much to, like, dialogue on. So. What about Gnosticism? The religious thing that's claimed to know God? I might be wrong on, like, all the specifics on that, but that I disagree with, because we can't know God completely. We can only know what's said through His Word. Well, I can't type on my phone right now. Maybe I'll make a community post about it, then I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do that. Honestly, that might not be inaccurate. It might be accurate. Jesus was a good man. Jesus is so much different from the Old Testament God. Well, I think the Old Testament shows the justice of God and how the severity of sin is actually a lot bad or a lot more worse than what we think. But Jesus is a demonstration of God's love while maintaining that justice. I think I'm gonna end it here. It's 9:45 for me. And since I'm a morning person, I need to get some sleep. Is G-Bus real? I don't know about G-Bus, but Jesus? Yes. There's a lot of evidence for him. If you want some of that evidence, you can go to Evidence for Jesus. I have a series that talks about evidence for Jesus and Christianity. So, good night, everyone.